Hello and hi everyone. My name is Nur Al-Husna binti Yusuf and I will present for the part 1. Okay, which is construct, operate, graph or charta to compare the relative frequency and cumulative relative frequency in each dataset.
Okay, relative frequency we use to calculate probability by conducting an experiment. First step we must to find the class we in. We can see the passenger, and then second the frequency, and the third one is relative frequency. The formula is class frequency divide total number of observation. You can look at the table. Next is the graph for the relative frequency are line for domestic and international. Secondly is cumulative relative frequency. They have a 3 step to calculate. First is find the frequency, and the second is cumulative frequency, which is we just to plus the number of frequency, and the last one is cumulative relative frequency. The formula is cumulative frequency by total number of observation. And the last one is the graph for the cumulative relative frequency airline for domestic and international.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Nazwan bin Ahmad Najib with number metric BB22110698. I will explain for part 2 which is calculate and compare measure of center location is in each dataset. The mean for domestic is 642,696.54 and for the international mean is 740,362.37. So each data for domestic and international passenger have 642,696.54 and 740,362.37 means respectively. International have 97665.84 more passenger than domestic. And then for the median for domestic is 217716 and for international is 137048.5. The median for both domestic and international passenger are 217716 and 137048.5 respectively. Last is mode, since none of the submitted dataset contain any information with the value that occur most frequently, there would not be any mode for the other dataset.
Next, my name is Nuradlina binti Haryadi, number matrix BB22110613. So, the part 3 is calculate percentile and construct box plot in each dataset. After you organize the data from the question, you can calculate the mean, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, and max. Secondly, after you find the answer for percentile data, so you can start calculate the answer for the interquartile range, and this is the formula. It's same for the domestic and international. So this is the how I calculate to find the answer for outlier. And this is the airlines domestic percentages box plot. So firstly, we look the bottom on the center. Its median line is closer towards Q1. And this is the outlier. The box plot weakness for domestic airline is positive skewed. This is the airlines international passengers box plot. So firstly, we look the bottom on the center. The median line is the closer towards Q3. The box plot weakness for domestic airline is negative skewed.
Hello, my name is Nurul Elvin Tasha binti Hasanuddin and my matrix number BB22110315. Today I will explain about my part, which is part 4. I have to calculate and interpret measure of dispersion include range, mean absolute deviation MAD, variance and standard deviation, and coefficient of variation CEV. To calculate range, maximum value minus minimum value. As you can see, range for international are bigger than domestic. To get MAD, Mean minus domestic divided n, which is 24. To get mean, sum of observation divided total number. To get variance, xi minus x squared divided by n minus 1, which is 23. And to get standard deviation, square root variance that we got before. Lastly, to get CV, standard deviation divided by mean. As you can see, MAD, variance, standard deviation, and CV for international are bigger than domestic.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Murshid Kamil bin Muhammad Yusuf, and my matrix number is BB22110232. So I will present part 5. It's about calculate and interpret measure of association. So in part 5, we need to find the covariance and correlation. So you can see this is the formula for covariance. So the covariance is we need to find data domestic minus the mean domestic, and then we need to find for international also, and then we multiply the data. So and then we need to divide n minus 1. So n is stand for number of data value. Is mean the 24 airlines. So we can look at the data. So after the multiply the data international and domestic, we can get 3 4 8 1 8 6 6 5 6 4 5 6 2 9.10. So divide 23 because we 24 minus 1, so we can get the answer lah. So 1 5 1 3 8 5 5 0 2 8 0 7 0.83. So this is covariance. So the relationship between domestic and international is a positive linear relationship, as the digitalization has impact the domestic, also impact the international. So we move correlation. So this is the formula for correlation. So we need to find the standard deviation xy, domestic and international, divide the standard deviation domestic, and then multiply the standard deviation y. So that's formula for sample correlation. So you can look, so from the covariance we can get the answer lah, and then we need to multiply the standard deviation. So 987,952.88, we multiply the standard deviation from international, so we can get the answer is 0.79. So we know that the domestic and international have a positive relationship, because we know that -1 less than or equal to correlation, and less than and equal to +1. So we know that correlation that we get is 0.79. So it's between the -1 and +1. So thank you. That's all